I am recording this video with a lot of background noise going on, so I apologize. Hopefully it's not picking up over the mic too much. But I want to talk about something really quickly that helps me a lot. So with ADHD, things don't happen unless they're extremely interactive. Learning is not going to happen unless it's an extremely interactive experience. Interacting with something, building something, talking to somebody. Usually the most effective and fast way to learn something is to have a really good tutor. So for me, the reason why I did okay early on in school, like grade school, is my grandmother had a PhD in education, and she sat down and tutored me one-on-one. And I remember she had this little glass jar, and she'd put M&Ms in there every time I got something good and right and done. And my other daughter's joining me for this, by the way. If you don't mind. She's really cute. And anyway, so she taught me how to read. And so I did okay she taught me to read, she taught me multiplication, she taught me subtraction, addition, things like that. Really basic stuff. So I actually did okay through the first part of school. When I got into high school and we started introducing new things, I didn't have a tutor. Nobody's there to tutor me. My parents moved away, so my grandma didn't live nearby anymore. And algebra, no help. Geometry, no help. A lot of other classes I had no help on. My parents didn't remember that stuff. And so I did really bad. I took pre-algebra 3 times. Getting a tutor for your kids or tutoring your kid yourself is huge. And I know it's really hard. Like, I've got 5 kids. It's really difficult for me to spend time, especially since my wife's handling 5 kids, and then I'm in medical school or at the hospital or something working all the time. So it's really hard to find the time. But if you can find the time for it, it was night and day for my daughter. It was the one-on-one time tutoring her. And when you're working with them, it's so frustrating because like with my daughter, you'd be like, okay, what letter is this? And I'd be like, I don't know what letter it is. It just, it's really hard. But there's ways you can make it exciting, entertaining. I talk about that, some of that in my book. And we can discuss other options too on here. And if you come up with an option, I'd love to hear it. But the point is, make the time for tutoring because it makes a huge difference with kids with ADHD. Basically, no learning has ever occurred with me unless it was some sort of interactive experience, ever. Like, I can't think of a time where I got anything out of a class or anything. When I was in college, I used to create study groups in undergrad, and then, quiet you, I would create study groups. And then I would be in charge of the study group, and I would teach the study group. And that was how I did good in undergrad, is I had these study groups through a lot of it. And my wife was studying with me for a lot of the classes too, especially the psychology stuff. So anyways, tutors or one-on-one time with your kid. And at first it's not going to seem like it's making a big difference, but it really will over the long haul. So do it if you can.